Hello boys and girls. Today is a story about a little mole who knew it was none of his business. Now this story belongs to Mrs. Greenwood. She likes this story. One day the little mole poked his head out from under the ground to see whether the sun had risen, and then it's happened. And it looked like a sausage. And the worst thing was, and it landed right on his head. There it is, look, can you see? How mean, cried the little mole. Who had done this on my head? And he was so short-sighted, he couldn't see anyone around. Did you do this on my head? He asked the dove who was flying past. Me? No, how could I? I do it like this, she answered, and splish, splash, and a moist white blob landed on the ground right next to the little mole, and his right leg was splashed with white. There he is, look, he's still got it on his head, and there's the dove. And there he splashed the poo, can you see it? Look on the floor, he splashed his leg. Did you do this on my head? He asked the horse, who was grazing in the pasture. Me? No, how could I? I do it like this. And flump, plump, 5 big fat horsey apples plopped down within a hair's breadth of the mole. He was very impressed. There's the horse, look. And there's the horse, look. He's done his poo. Did you do this on my head? He asked the hare. Me? No, how could I? I do it like this, answered the hare. And rat-a-tat-tat, 15 little round beans shot past the mole's ears. He saved himself with a daring leap. There's the hare, look. It's like a large rabbit. He has bigger ears and bigger legs. There he is, look. Did you do this on my head? He asked the goat, who had been dreaming a little. Me? No, how could I do it? I do it like this, she replied, and plippity-plop, and a pile of toffee-coloured little balls tumbled on the grass, and the little mole found them most appealing. There's the goat, look. And there he is. He's still got it on his head. Did you do this on my head? He asked the cow, who was chewing the cud. Me? No, how could I? I do it like this. And kaplosh, and a big brownish green pancake flopped onto the grass just next to the mole. And he was very relieved that he had been the cow who had done something on his head. There's the cow, look. And there he is, look. Oh dear. And I bet you've all seen that when you've gone down to the dam, or where there are cows. Did you do this on my head? He asked the pig. Me? No, how could I? I do it like this, said the pig, and plop, splat, and a little soft brown pile fell on the grass. Ooh, and the mole held his nose. There he is, with the pig. And there he is, look, can you see? Ooh, that little sound means it's smelly. Did you do this on my... And he was going to ask again, but as he came closer, he saw only 2 big fat black flies, and they were eating. And at last, someone will be able to help me, thought the mole. Who did this on my head? He asked excitedly. Keep nice and still, buzzed the flies, and there was a short pause, and then it is clear to us that it was a dog. There they are, look. Can you see the big fat flies? And he's still got it on his head. And he's thinking it's a dog. Finally, the little mole knew who had done the business on his head. Basil, the butcher's dog. There he is, look. So he's going for Basil, the butcher's dog. And there he is, look. So what do you think might happen now with the mole? Quick as a flash, he climbed onto the Basil's kennel. See if you've got it right. And plink, and a tiny black sausage landed right on top of the dog's head. And satisfied at last, the little mole disappeared happily into his hole underground. There he is, look, he's done his business right on top of Basil's head. And there he is, look, diving back into his hole underground. Because that's where moles live, underground. So if you are walking somewhere and you see grass, and if there's little mounds of soil, you know that it's a mole underground that's done those, and they've used the little claws and gone up out into the air. Okay, and that's our story for today, girls and boys. Goodbye.